Hey, let's do this. Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Baltic Sea Guppies, first that I see in the house. Chattanooga Ed, on time. All good. So what's going on, my gang? Happy Saturday. I have good news and bad news. I thought I was going to be getting surgery. The way the doc in the box urgent care said that they would probably do it when I went in. Oh, was I wrong? They moved surgery is going to be on Wednesday. They have me on, basically, now it's looking better, which is good news. They have me on, best way to describe it, horse size antibiotics, which is good. So it's, life is good. Getting ready for the big Super Bowl tomorrow. Who do you got? I'm living in the middle of Chiefs Kingdom. It's I have no problem with the Kansas City Chiefs. My team, of course, is the Minnesota Vikings, greatest team ever. I have 0.0 problem with the Chiefs. Mike's Aquatics and Things. Hey, how are you? So I think the process is that just doing the thing about Tom Brady, about 2-3 years ago, I learned not to hate Tom Brady. I was on the firm. I hate Tom Brady. It's his wife dresses him too funny. He eats funny food. Absolutely despised him. Vinoski Tanks, how are you? I'll show you my beverage here in a moment. No, it's not alcoholic. It's booze free is the way to be because I'm on antibiotics and painkillers. PB Aquatics, how are you? So I've learned to like Tom Brady and appreciate, here's a guy who should not be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Is that he was the 6th round pick. I can outrun him. Muppet 929, how are you doing? Anybody can outrun Tom Brady. He's not very quick. He has a reasonably good arm, but obviously where he wins is that he wins in the mental game. And you have to give him props for that. A lot of guys have the physical ability, but they don't have the mental ability. This guy's got the mental ability. I think the world of Patrick Mahomes. I think that he has the physical ability, and I think he has the mental ability. I think he's mentally tough, and he wants to play. He wants to do well, and he's an inspirational leader. Hey, no problem, Mike. We're lurking away. Lurk away. So I happen to be all in on this Chiefs team. I think they're really good, but it's part of me wants Tom Brady to win, and I'll give you the reason why. Is I want you're loving your guppy tank with pearlweed. Excellent. Or your platy tank with pearlweed. That's wonderful. VB23. Yes, I invest. VB23, I do. I did not get in on the GameStop early enough. But anybody who got rich off of it, way to go. You want me to give you my stock picks, or you want to give your stock picks? Planter, absolutely. I don't own that stock directly, but I'll go from there. I'll give you my lineup. All these stock companies. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm opening up my Schwab right now. It's Robinhood has become famous for, it's an app and it uh, in this cool app you're able to do, and you can invest $5 or $5,000, doesn't matter. They'll let you invest for free. There's nothing for free. They get your data and all that sort of stuff. All right. Here is what I am invested in, not in my 401k, but in my personal investments. I am in a mutual fund, Fidelity over-the-counter stocks, which has performed really well for me. And then here are the individual stocks that I own. Bank of America, Duke Energy, General Mills, Goldman Sachs, Kraft Heinz, Molson Coors Beverages, Paychex Incorporated, PayPal Holdings, Valero, and Vernado Realty Trust. So there you go. What's up, Renee? Richard's Tanks. Rico Stan. What is up, my crew? So it's VB23 want to know what I invested in. I just gave you my investment. Do you want to hear what I have in my 401k? Does that sound exciting to you guys? Yeah, so my hand, it's not had the surgery yet. It go from there. The Fluval Spirulina Flake, it's amazing. Yeah, you can bring that up. That's great. I've not used that one. I have a Spirulina Flake that I got from Your Fish Stuff. Really good. Okay, here's what's going on with the hand. I'm actually having surgery on it on Wednesday. So it's going to be, I have to actually, somebody at work is bringing me to surgery, and someone from work is picking me up from surgery. I'm not getting in a Uber right now. The bug bite Spirulina Flake, you see, I haven't gotten that one from them either. Excellent, Richard. Great having you here. Okay, thank you very much, John. As soon as we're done here, I'll check it out. So it's yeah, so the hand I'm on like huge horse-like antibiotics. So there you go. I hope this is the best show ever, Chattanooga Ed. I hope it is. It's so so here's what's going on. If you can't do your regular or semi-regular water changes, and you're doing what I do, where you have a lot of fish growing out, you have a lot of baby guppies, you have the baby Amica splendens and stuff like that. Huge horse-like was your nickname in college. Okay, there you go. You're at the Pyramid Bass Pro Shop in Memphis. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bass Pro Shops, I love going in, and I'm an hour away from their office, their home office, and I haven't done that yet. Excellent. So, and Memphis, the other thing about Memphis is good barbecue. Nashville, it's spicy chicken. The man formerly known as Peter Thiel and now as the Reptilicus Thiel reptilian overlord. Yeah, that's true. Doug Gray's here, Renee. Your wish has come true. Your wish has come true. So so that's good. No, Bob Kaler It's somebody got text him. Hey, Chattanooga Ed, can you send a text to him saying where is he? I know he's probably at Walmart or helping out with the animals at the shelter he helps out at. But I have. Let's see. I've sold off, by the way, about 20 or so, and I probably have in my one tank, and I'm expanding to the next tank as soon as my hand heals. Um, I probably have right now about 18, 19. And so that's great. Yeah, I love it. All right, excellent. Yeah, and by the way, the Amica Splendens, they are really a nice fish to keep. They're beautiful. Their behavior is fantastic. Yeah, it's no, I have it's I shared I had like a bad shipment and they died in the shipment. First time ever losing fish in a shipment. And I'm going to replace them for the guy. Once we get into March. Yeah, the whole process of of any again, I brought this up before, and I think it's an important thing. We all keep fish for all different reasons. Number one, because we like them, we like the behavior, we like all that. If you have a lot of aquariums, consider keeping a fish on the cares list. Could be a cichlid, could be a live bear like I have, could be whatever type of fish, and be a part of their recovery. Kaler's getting the battery replaced, his ankle monitor, home confinement device. Yeah, very well could be. Very well could be. So it's so my whole week. Lumpy dog, what is up? So my whole week has been dealing with the hand thing and dealing with doing with stuff like that. Had a kind of a crazy week this week, but life is good. Life is good all the way around. I was thinking of going out today. I don't think I'm going to. I think I have food in the house. I think I'll go out tomorrow morning to get. I have to get some groceries for the coming week, and pretty exciting stuff, huh? And I've got to get a few things to go from there. Yeah, they didn't have to amputate the shoulder. It would be a good look. You could tell the ladies. Love the Chiefs. They have a player who's a doctor who actually stopped football to fight on the front line against COVID. Yep, no, it's great. It's a great team. I'll tell you what, I've lived all over the country. Alishan, what's up? I've lived all over the country. And it's and it's a really important deal. By the way, my next one, Sean, is also Scyphia multiplicata. I like them. I think they're a gorgeous fish, and I can't wait to try them. And when I get my fish room finished, I'll be in there. And again, hand. But we'll go from there, and we'll get this thing up and running. Up and running. You're going out today. You're going stir crazy right now. Double masking. But I got to go out of the house for a bit. No, Renee, I get it. I'm going to the office every day, and I have to go. Seemingly, I go into a grocery store nearly every day of the week because I pick up the vegetables right before I make them for dinner. So as my side dish. Except he's a doctor in Canada. Yeah, that is Chattanooga Ed is are Canadian doctors really doctors? Yeah, it's great. Svengoolie tonight is Black Scorpion. Never saw that one. Excellent. So last night I got home from work and I was just exhausted. So I fed the my baby brine shrimp at about 5 p.m. and then took a nap, a 5:30 p.m. nap, and woke up at 9 p.m. And I was up for about an hour or so, hanging out with Bolo. He was happy, and so I got to sleep probably about 11. This is the kind of exciting life I live. But I'm going to share it with you because got to fill this time with something, my people. So I went to bed. Bolo woke me up at like 3:30 to go for a walk. I walked him, got back to bed, and he woke me up at 7. So there you go. David Samsel, how are you? Great having you along. I appreciate you lurking and listening along. And by the way, what am I drinking today? And I was waiting for David Samsel. I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. You think Doug could be a doctor in Canada? Yeah, very well could be. Since I've already insulted all of our Canadian friends, and by the way, Canadian friends, my mom's family all emigrated to Canada before moving south. There you go. And I was a doctor in Canada, so they threw me out. They keep arresting that guy who is originally he was like a 16-year-old who's pretending to be Doogie Howser. And they ended up sending him to jail for a bit for impersonating a doctor. And then impersonating a doctor again. It looks like he's going away for 5 years. He's like 22. Why doesn't he finish college and go become a doctor? If he, maybe he's obviously smart enough to get people to believe he's a doctor. Who knows? Chattanooga Ed is up to 892 subs. Absolutely. Chewie of the Great White North was arrested for saying he's a doctor. Boys do love playing doctor. So I had to go get an MRI yesterday afternoon. Then they decided they didn't want to give it to me because the MRI operator wanted to. And for those who don't know, I've said it before, but if you don't know, I had a brain aneurysm 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago. And they put 6 platinum coils inside the aneurysm and a platinum stent. And the MRI tech didn't want to give me an MRI until she fully went from there, but sent out an assistant. And, it's tough to tell with the face mask, but I think she was reasonably age appropriate and didn't have a wedding ring on, reasonably attractive. So I had to email her my stuff. They wanted my complete medical history, which of course I have, but I don't carry it around my pocket all the time. Surprise. And I probably should save it on my cell phone, but I haven't. So I get home. What am I doing first? Trying to figure out if she's married or not. And I think she's married. So that's kind of sad. Kind of sad all the way around. If you ever saw the movie Venom, nothing could go wrong if they gave you an MRI. You see, there you go. As God is your witness, I thought turkeys could fly. I'll tell you what, at Thanksgiving, I made a turkey for myself, I think it was like a 17, 18 pounder. And if you don't eat meat all the time, you can get meat sick. and I got meat sick. So it was like 3 days of making sure I had no animal products in my body to get cleaned out. Big Tank Hank, how are you doing? Great having you here. By the way, it wasn't Dr. Johnny Fever. That was Les Nessman who said, yeah, there you go. Yeah, do you know what? I have not, and I'll check it out, Rico Stan. I went there earlier this week, but I just had a crazy week. Fishymon 64, how are you? That's funny, Renee. Yeah, some people, again, it's just the diet I'm trying to follow. And since I'm on these horse size, uh, these horse size antibiotics, they're so strong they make you take, you know, uh, a probiotic pill every time you take them. So for breakfast, I had eggs, vegan sausage, a piece of toast. For lunch, I had a piece of toast with peanut butter on it and took my stuff. And for dinner, I'm having vegan buffalo chicken fillet with ratatouille. I haven't had this ratatouille before that they have in the frozen food section. Looks great, so I bought it. So I'm going to do both of those for dinner tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about it. Tomorrow, I have I'm going to pick up some seafood salad for the game, and I am going to have meat tomorrow. I'm going to have chicken. Bob Kaler in the house. Yeah, sugar's not my problem. My deal, and I will say this. Yeah, Renee, I'll tell you is that, and again, everybody's different on this type of stuff. Um, it's like if you know somebody who's gone on like the Atkins diet where all they do is eat meat and that type of stuff, they generally feel sick for about a week. And their body rebels and the body kicks it in, then it goes into ketosis and they drop weight. I prefer for the vegetarian stuff is that you're eating a lot of vegetables, you're doing a lot of stuff like that. Your body has to adjust to the fiber and to the different things. So there you go. No, Renee, totally. And and I'm not a vegetarian slash vegan. I like to say modified vegan because I do eat meat, and I'm not. And by the way, whenever I say I'm a modified vegan, people go frickin' bonkers. I call them modified vegan because most of my meals are vegan, and I have a little bit of margarine or a piece of cheese. Go Chattanooga Ed. Everybody support him. Get him to that 1,000. Yeah, 3 meat chili and fresh pizza for the game. Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna do chicken with a baked potato with with the the vegan. This just drive you up the wall if you hate this idea. With vegan pizza rolls with vegan cheese inside them. They're actually really good. And you know what I put on it just to keep in that thing? I put a little bit of uh blue cheese dressing. So there you go. Low carb, high fat has been great for me. Yep. Get back in ultra running. Yeah, everybody's different. Modified vegan means I have a lot of piercings. Right now, I have no piercings. As crazy as that may seem, I have no tattoos. I have no problem, by the way, if you are decked out and you have full sleeves of tattoos, doesn't bug me a bit. In fact, my problem with the tattoo thing. So I think if I got one, I would end up getting 50. I'd be covered top to bottom. Yes, for my home planet of Vega, my vegan diet. Yeah, absolutely. But again, we all have to eat the way that we feel the most comfortable, and that works best for us. If you go through and you look at it, we as a society are incredibly unhealthy. Now, there are certain people that develop diabetes or what, and they've lived really good lives. And there are some people that have earned the diabetes. I have one of my dad's brothers has been diabetic for pretty much my whole life, and so he changed his diet around. This guy's like a pit bull on him. And yeah, Amy's Frozen Pizza, excellent. Snowstorm is coming. And yep, thanks, Ed, for letting Kaylor know. It's always good to have Kaylor here. Where do fathers keep all their info? Yeah, the Amy's food, by the way, is really good. In fact, I have some Amy's soup here in the house. I may do tomorrow because it is. I'll be eating soup in a database. God help us. Perfect, Doug Gray. Perfect joke for you. Perfect joke. Yeah, Diet Dr Pepper. So it's we're supposed to potentially get snow today here, but I think we're gonna get just a little bit of rain. That's it. Not quite cold enough. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
41. What temperature is it at your home? It's gonna be 18 degrees tonight.
I don't know that.
You notice, by the way, if you have an Amazon Echo, it'll just keep listening to you. There you go. Wow, your girlfriend sounds hot. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's the only woman that's talking to me these days. Dang it, Peter, stop it. 48 inches of snow for Philly tomorrow. Yeah, I have some fish that are supposed to go to Maine, and I'm going to tell the guy I'm putting it off for another week because it's going to be middle of the week. Joplin, Missouri, it's going to be 0. And so, there's been snow and junk like that. So the guy who's getting 3 trios of the swordtail guppies. Brisket sandwich as well. Yeah, Renee, I do too. I wish we'd get a bunch. Bolo, my dog, who's right here sleeping, love snow, and we have not had enough snow. He has not been into a place with like a half a foot of snow since I moved from New Jersey in 2013. So that's how long it's been. And I will tell you, when like a half a foot of snow hits, he's gonna go nuts. Rico says a couple of feet coming in the next 10 days. So far, behind average, but there's a foot of perma snow on the ground right now. Excellent. And I'll tell you what, Sean, the chats, matching streams, and all that sort of stuff, YouTube has had some real issues. There was one I did not that long ago, and you guys will remember it because a lot of you were here, where the doggone thing wasn't working at all. In fact, I cut out earlier. Thanks, Bob. I'm petting him for you. I'd talk to him for you, but he wouldn't understand. He can't hear a thing. 45 degrees. Sweating in short sleeves. Now I'm one of these idiots, and I'm calling myself an idiot. So if you do what I do, okay, I'm calling you an idiot too. But we're all idiots together. And is that I wear shorts. My line to wear big boy pants is about 20 degrees. Yeah, you know what? Polo does know sign language. Um, it's I can give him the signal to come, and he'll come. Go like this. Or if I'm getting on the couch, he's on the couch. He's in my place. He'll go, and he'll do it. Thanks, Mike. Yep, let's get our buddy Chattanooga Ed to 1,000 this weekend. Be great. 61 here. Yeah, it feels cold in Southern California. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, my brother lives in Cyprus, and where our buddy Anthony lives. Anthony's Fishy Friends, or lives right near Cyprus. And my brother was complaining about that it was getting like to 72. Yeah, great. It's that's nice to know. Yeah, I mean, talk about talk about all that sort of stuff. I'm actually recording in the backyard right now trees. And or not trees, my bird feeder. Trees. Where did I come down with trees? Both can be uninformed fish owners, UFOs. Yeah, here's the deal, Renee. I am right now. Here's what I'm doing. Here's the is that I haven't done water changes in the last few weeks because of my hand, and I feel I couldn't find the thing. As my hand's been in pain, so I'm just not doing it. All right, so I promptly my feeding has sort of changed. Where I normally feed real heavy because I want growth, I'm feeding small feedings, but I'm feeding like 4 or 5 a day. The big feeding again, always the same, and it's actually okay for the water. It's the baby brine shrimp. So there you go. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just wait. Hopefully this thing gets fixed and healed within a few days, and I'm going to go to town on water changes. Everybody's going to get a huge water change. You like big trees more than little trees? Yeah, I like big trees. I'm a big fan. I have a little tree in the backyard. Crystal Pets and Plants. Great having you here as always. As always, my friend. You also like trees without thorns? Well, it just depends. If you're going to try climb the tree, then you go from there. But trees with thorns have their place. I don't know who said that, Renee, but because I have so many baby fish that I just feed every day. I want them to grow. The more they eat, the better. Or more often they eat, the faster they grow. Bob Keeler, I'm almost into the thing of seeing if the Tennessee Fish Mafia want to help me with my water changes. Absolutely. I think we're okay for right now, but it's I'm adding water. They're being fed. Everything is good. I'm monitoring everything. Everything is fine. So all good all the way around. It's also today, if you play the ponies, it's Ed should be able to drive over and do the water changes done for Reptilicus, otherwise known as Peter. Yeah, yeah, you see, there you go. So is that I've invested, and before you think, wow, huge money, um, I've invested in a few racehorses, and bought a couple of shares into it. It's a micro share, so it's not a lot. And one of my horses is running today in the third race at uh, Santa Anita, and her name is Moonlight Dioro. And the name of the brokerage is called My Racehorse. You can check out their website, myracehorse.com. I'm not. They have a few things going on sale, and I'm not going to buy into any of them because they're 1 year leases just to be a part of action. That I want, you know, uh, the ownership of it, just because it goes from there. So most of the horses I have shares in are 3 year olds and 2 year olds. I do have two 4 year olds. It's Collusion Illusion, which is a Great Stakes winner, and and Daddy's Joy. And Collusion Illusion's on a 60-day break because he's just, for whatever reason, wasn't reacting well. I hope he continues running and he doesn't go off to stud, because I don't get any of the stud stuff. They'll sell him off to stud and they'll give us money, and probably won't be more money than what we invested in the horse. Daddy's Joy is a filly. She's 4. She is on the edge. She'll run the next week or so. So the horse that's running today is Moonlight Fioro. She just turned 3. She had the fastest time of any 2-year-old filly in 2020, based on the Brisnet rankings. And by the way, for horse speed, you'll see them bring that up. There's like several different ones. They all work a little bit different. Don't ask me how they work. It's it's a math thing. But she is running in a graded stakes, grade 3. She wins this. She's on her way to maybe being in the Kentucky Oaks, which is the Philly version of the Kentucky Derby. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see here. You have 3 tanks of Peter's Guppies. Yeah, I'll tell you what. These sword-tailed Guppies, they reproduce and reproduce. I'm not done racing goats. But if you go to My Racehorse, they'll have horses for sale. I have 3 shares of Collusion Illusion. I paid $30 each for. So again, when I talk about not a lot of money, it's not a lot of money. Let's see here. Let me see anything in the conversation. No. William Pridemore, what's up? In fact, we were just saying, where's William? I like goats, by the way. I'll give you a negative thing about goats. Do not allow the goats near your cars. So it's because the goats will climb up on your cars, and your car will be filled with goat foot dings. Racing pigs, everybody. Yeah, it's good. It's good all the way you want to do it. So it's yeah, so Moonlight Dioro, if you play the ponies, you can take a look at her and see what you think. She's little but mighty. So let's see here. By the way, Alishan, I've looked at the L33s and I think they're great. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with another Plecostomus species. Scott's Aquatics. Hey, no problem. Anytime you come and visit, it's all good. Alishan brought up to me the L333s, and those are really cool. I saw a deal. I saw a picture of them on Instagram. And by the way, Instagram is pure evil. Pure evil for fish, because you can literally look at different things and plecos, and all of a sudden you get all these different plecos. And it was the L136 and L137. Let me tell you something. They are gorgeous fish. Yeah, I bet you ghosts would love themselves some duckweed. Boy ghosts pee on their own faces? Zebra plecos, yeah. There's a number. Believe me, it's just I'm all in on my next level of plecos. It's all good in the hood. Some boy humans pee in their own face as well. Oh, a hyphen spotted pleco? Nice. What L series is that one, Scott? I want to sound like I'm fancy and know about these things. L134 is not so easy to breed. All right. Well, I was just curious. High fin spotted pleco. Let me take a look at the picture of that. See if that comes up. All right. The high fin spotted pleco. Sailfin pleco. I think that one gets really big, by the way. I think that gets yeah, it gets to be a 12 to 13 inches long. And it can live for up to 20, 30 years. Hey. Aggressive. Omnivorous bottom feeder. Just have to have a big enough aquarium for them. Yeah, it's a good looking fish. Good looking fish, Scott. The fish that, by the way, the pleco that I like, and I don't know, does it even come as As a blackout, now my mind went totally blank on it. Oh, the Hillstream Loaches. Hillstream Loaches are really cool. Yeah, 5.5 gallon for a wonderful thing would go from there. I was doing that as, it's okay to admit it. That's what I did, Chattanooga Ed. I'm trying to I'm trying to include people in conversation. Anybody here robbed a bank? Joe B, hang on back filters, the source of flow, kept water temp about 85 degrees. Bob was called P-Face. Well, that's nice. William Pridemore cannot admit that he robbed a bank on here. Yeah, Ed, way to go. Yeah, Hillstream Loc, it's Pebbling Creek Aquatics. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, gang, 20 here, 15 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, autocorrect is one of the great evils of our time, everybody. You're in trouble. That's where we go. Again, this is like the barber shop. We serve whatever comes up, we talk about. My prepared statement was literally one line. If you're stuck with me and you can't change water for a little bit, small feeding, several a day. I realized something. Here's, by the way, just how mundane is my life. I realized that, my hot water didn't get hot enough. So I went and checked out my hot water heater. I raised it a little bit. May have to lower it a little bit, but it's now hot, so that's good. Wow. Chattanooga Ed, I hope you hit 1,000 on Sunday. It'll help you ease the pain of the loss. You should tell the judge, Doug. I was watching the other day, I watched a little bit of court cam before I went to bed. And some of these judges get into trouble because they become absolutely bonkers. But if you see people, you're in front of people all day long, who have made bad life decisions over and over again. It's easy enough, I think, to get ticked off about them. My thinking. Whoever's team loses on Sunday has to set up 2 shell dweller tanks. Yesterday, you stepped on a big blob of jumbo bloodworms that was gross, worse than a fur ball. Yeah, you see, I'm going to tell you something. Number one, you need to take a look, make sure you didn't drop any of the bloodworms on the floor. Number two, when you walk in your house, wear proper footwear. It's I like hurt my foot at one point. I dropped like a gallon of OJ on a bare foot. Let me tell you, go from there. John McKenzie. Yeah, I hope it's a good game too. I hate Super Bowl blowouts. I think I have to find out which songs from the weekend I know. I know the one that they go from there. The weekend's not necessarily my jam. Not that I have anything against them. It's just not what I'm listening to on a regular basis. The weekend, he's a feller who's Canadian, ironically enough, and he is a doctor in Canada. And he is a singer of sorts. And I think he's dated at least two Kardashians. And so he's going to be doing that halftime show. And by the way, I think this is going to be a great Super Bowl. I think this is going to be a great game. I agree with you, Peplin. I'm very pumped up. Barefoot in the house all the way. You see, I fight against barefoot people in the house. I wear footwear all the time. The only time I'm not wearing a shoe is when I am in the shower. I don't wear my shoes in the shower. Yeah, where is our boy Chewy? Who changed his identity, and I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe it's because of that fight he had with Father Fish. You hate shoes? You used to walk in Arizona blacktop without shoes all the time. Guys, this is why America's great. You can like shoes or hate shoes. It's all good. It's all good. All the way around. What makes America great is the amount of it's like me being the dope who wears shorts everywhere. I just have them on all the time. Yeah, so John Oliver sent me a deal from on Facebook Messenger, Bass Pro Shop thing over the aquarium. Looks really cool. Cool beans all the way around. You wear Crocs in the yard just in case you step into dog potty area. Let's see, nothing wrong with a little prick, Ed. Glad you admitted it. Okay. You're a proud member of Shoes Anonymous. I worked with a guy in Minnesota, and Griff, my boy Griff was a unique guy. He grew up. If he was still with us, he'd be about 80. And Griff grew up. Hey, Vinay, color Guppies in the house. Griff grew up in Iowa. Okay, nothing, that strange about Iowa. Well, here's the deal: is that Griff grew up in Iowa, interracial family, father white, mom black. His parents were professors at a university. Well, I forget which one. And I don't know if it was Iowa or I think it was Iowa. Not Iowa State. And Griff, his siblings were all like college professors One was like a state judge somewhere. I mean, really accomplished people. Griff lived in a commune during the 60s and early 70s. And Griff was married. It always kept changing numbers. It was somewhere between uh, uh, 5 and 7 times. And if the gal was a redhead, Rubenesque redhead, Griff was chasing him. It's he just loved himself a healthy redhead. And his last wife, Stacy, who was a great lady, they had two little girls. They had like caramel hair and blue eyes and just really cute kids. He was a good guy, but he did not wear he wore sandals in the winter in Minnesota. He never wore socks. He was always wearing sandals. And he was an absolute piece of work. He was a great guy. And so he smoked Pall Mall straights, like 3 packs a day, and he got the cancer. So there you go. Yeah, Rubenesque. It's it's an old school term for I think came from a painter. And so Griff would just that was his deal. That was his jam. So but his mom, Edna Griffin, was that was his last name, Griffin. Edna Griffin. Edna was the Rosa Parks of Iowa. So at Paul Rubens, no, it goes back to like the enlightened painter age, the Renaissance era. Little art. You see, here's what we do during the Mobb Guppy live stream. We actually go in and talking about Renaissance art. Let's see here. Still has to have an active cat evacuation plan, though. Ginger is messaging. Her inspection went well. Turns out the big tanks were their main concern. Excellent. She still has to get rid of some cats. How many cats does Ginger have, Bob Kaler? Yeah, let's keep Ginger from being evicted. Good people. 10 cats? Yeah. That's that's like having more than just a toe in. And again, if you have more than cats, more than 10 cats, I apologize. But if you live in a small house, you have 10 cats, there's a lot of kitty litter cleaning you must be doing. All I can say is that you're probably doing that full time. You have 2 cats, perfectly fine. Yeah, I have said to a couple of my landlords, now that I am a homeowner, I don't care. I've said to a couple of my landlords over the years, this one, I have a couple of fish aquariums. Is that a problem? Then they find out I have 15 aquariums, but no cats, just a dog. You have 2 cats, 2 dogs, 8 tanks. See, there you go. 2 is perfectly fine. By the way, it's I'm trying to figure out what to do with for my next dog. Obviously, Bolo. Bolo has a vet appointment a week from Monday. He's getting his shots. He's lost a lot of weight. I am guessing when they weigh him in, it's going to be about 6.5 pounds. It may be even lighter. I mean, he's lost a lot of weight. He's eating well. There's nothing unusual about his bowel movements. It's just, he's old. And so he's sleeping a lot. Except for when I took him for a couple of walks today. He's been on 3 walks today. And I've been doing stuff. He's basically been going from there. Yeah, do you know what, Renee? I'm really fortunate. I have a really good vet that knows him, so I think we'll be okay. But they'll let us know if I'm sure they'll say, hey, he's too weak or he can't handle it. Now, here's the deal: is that Bolo, my dog, has a lot of energy still. He does a lot of moving, which is great. And when out for the walk, if all of a sudden he sees one of his cat friends or one of his dog friends, he gets on his toes. I wish, though, he had a dog friend he could play with on a regular basis because he loves playing with other dogs. When he goes to daycare, they put him with toy dogs his size or smaller puppies, and they say he just goes all day with them. He's just playing with them. He does really well, behaves really well with them. So, that's good news. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of dog my next dog is. And I would like to get a dog I can play around with showing and, that type of thing. And, Pomeranians, I've been on a list to get a Pomeranian for years. I don't have one yet. So there you go. You had a cat in the past raised with my dog. She ran the roost. Yep. Cats will do that. An alien space dog would be a nice pet. Yes. From the reptilian race, from the planet Reptilius. Doug and I both watch way too much Ancient Aliens. Chevy Fish, Cavalier, King Charles are nice. Yeah, I want something I think a little bit bigger. And I've been thinking of my childhood dog, which is a Brittany. And no, I'm thinking about something bigger or something that I can do obedience stuff with. I don't want a lot of hair. And I don't want a lot of drool. So, it's spaniels are really nice. They're good dogs. It's I'm all in. I just want something bigger I can do stuff with, obedience, and wants to go for a big walk and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what? Great Dane may be too big for me, even though I'd like it. And they drool. They drool. BJ Palmer, what's up? A Cavalier breeder. He only breeds when he feels like it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Nova Scotia duck trolling retriever. Yeah, I can look at that. I think, though, I've been sort of focused on, just because of the obedience and stuff you can do with it, is getting a Doberman. But I don't know where I am on that. It's I'm not even thinking about I'm thinking about it, but I'm not going to really get serious until Bolo is no longer with us. And Bolo is going to be here for the next. I don't know. He'll be here for the next. Hopefully next couple of years. Next couple of years, all the way around. Okay, gang, we've been here for almost an hour and 5 minutes. I really appreciate all of you being here today. And I had a dang that would break outlet covers, Rega's tail. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I don't know. It's Yahtzee's recovering from a touch of pancreatitis. Yeah. There's also a pup cup at Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, don't give your dog people food. I'm good. Don't get a foxhound. Ours is she can see and smell. Yeah, that's the deal. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Yeah, don't feed your dogs people food. Helpful hint from your buddy Uncle Peter. All right, gang. Thank you guys very much. We will see you Monday night.